Hello and welcome to the history of the USS Zumwalt. The USS Zumwalt DDG-1000 is a guided missile destroyer of the United States Navy. She is the lead ship of the Zumwalt class and the first ship to be named for Admiral Elmo Zumwalt. Zumwalt has stealth capabilities, having a radar cross-section similar to a fishing boat despite her large size. On December 7, 2015, Zumwalt began her sea trial preparatory to joining the Pacific Fleet. The ship was commissioned in Baltimore on October 15, 2016. She is homeported in San Diego, California. The namesake. Zumwalt is named after Elmo Russell Zumwalt Jr., who was an American naval officer and the youngest man to serve as the Chief of National Operations. As an admiral, and later the 19th Chief of Naval Operations, Zumwalt played a major role in U.S. military history, especially during the Vietnam War. A highly decorated war veteran, Zumwalt reformed the U.S. Navy's personnel policies in an effort to improve enlisted life and ease racial tensions. After he retired from a 32-year naval career, he launched an unsuccessful campaign for United States Senate. The hull classification for the Zumwalt is DDG-1000, which departs from the guided missile destroyer numbering sequence that goes up to DDG-126, which as of 2016 is Lewis H. Wilson Jr., the latest of the named R-Light burke-class destroyers. Zumwalt continues the previous gun destroyer sequence left off with 1983, DD-997. The last of the Sprance-class Hyler. The Zumwalt class was designed with multi-mission capability. Unlike previous destroyer classes designed primarily for deep water combat, the Zumwalt class was primarily designed to support ground forces in land attacks, in addition to the usual destroyer missions of anti-air, anti-surface, and anti-submarine warfare. The USS Zumwalt is equipped with two Advanced Gun Systems, or AGS, which are designed to fire the Long-Range Land Attack Profile, or LRLAP. The LRLAP was to be one of the range of land attack and ballistic projectiles for the AGS, but was the only munitions that the AGS could use as of 2018. The LRLAP has a range of up to 1,000 nautical miles, or 120 miles, fired from the AGS. It was to be the key component for ground forces support, but the LRLAP procurement was canceled in 2016, and the Navy has no immediate plans to replace it. The Navy has pre-purposed the Zumwalt class to surface warfare. Construction. Many of the ship's features were originally developed under the DD-21 program, or the 21st Century Destroyer. In 2001, Congress cut the DD-21 program in half as part of the SC-21 program. To save it, the acquisition program was named DDX and heavily reworked. The initial funding allocated for the DDG-1000 was included in the National Defense Authorization Act of 2007. By February 2008, a $1.4 billion contract had been awarded to Bath Iron Works in Bath, Maine, and full-rate production officially began a year later, on February 11, 2009. In July 2008, a construction timetable was set for General Dynamics to deliver the ship in April 2013, but with a March 2015 target date for the Zumwalt to meet her initial operating capability. But by 2012, the planned completion and delivery of the vessel was delayed to the 2014 fiscal year. The first section of the ship was laid down the slipway at Bath Iron Works on November 17, 2011, by which point the fabrication of the ship was over 60% complete. The naming ceremony, planned for October 19, 2013, was canceled due to the United States federal government shutdown of 2013. The vessel was launched on October 29, 2013. Sea trials. In January 2014, Zumwalt began to prepare for heavy weather trials. to see how the ship and her instrumentation react to the high winds, stormy seas, and adverse weather conditions. The ship's new wave-piercing inverted bow and tumble-home hull configuration reduces her radar cross-section. Tests involve lateral and vertical acceleration and pitch and roll. Later tests include fuel onloading, data center tests, propulsion events, X-brand radar evaluations, and mission systems evaluated to finalize the integration of electronics. These all culminated in builder trials and acceptance trials, with the delivery for the U.S. Navy in late 2014, and with the initial operating capability to be reached by 2016. Zumwalt's first commanding officer was a Captain James A. Kirk. Kirk attracted some media attention when he was first named to be the captain, due to the similarity of his name to that of the Star Trek television character Captain James T. Kirk, played by William Shatner. Shatner wrote a letter of support to Zumwalt's crew in April 2014. On December 7, 2015, the ship departed Bath Iron Works for sea trials to allow the Navy and contracts to operate the vessel under rigorous conditions to determine whether the Zumwalt was ready to join the fleet as an active commissioned warship. On December 12, 2015, during sea trials, Zumwalt responded to a U.S. Coast Guard call for assistance for a fishing boat captain who was experiencing a medical emergency 40 nautical miles from Portland, Maine. Due to deck conditions, the Coast Guard chopper was unable to hoist the patient from the fishing boat. So the Zumwalt's crew used their 11-meter rigged hull, inflatable boat to transfer him to the destroyer, from which he was transported to shore by the U.S. Coast Guard helicopter and then to a hospital. The U.S. Navy accepted delivery of the Zumwalt on May 20th, 2016. In September 2016, it was reported that the vessel needed repairs after the detection of a seawater leak on the ship's auxiliary motor drive oil system. The U.S. Navy commissioned the Zumwalt on October 15, 2016, in Baltimore during Fleet Week. Post-commissioning. On November 21, 2016, Zumwalt lost propulsion in her port shaft while passing through the Panama Canal from the Atlantic to the Pacific en route to her home port in San Diego. Water intruded in both of the 4 bearings that connected the Zumwalt's port and starboard advanced induction motors to its drive shafts. Both drive shafts failed and the Zumwalt hit the lock walls in the canal, causing minor cosmetic damage. Zumwalt's passage through the Panama Canal had to be completed with tugboats. Zumwalt underwent repairs at Vasco Naval Base near the Pacific end of the canal before continuing on to the Naval Station San Diego. Upon the ship's arrival in San Diego, the leak was revealed to be through the lubrication cooling system, though the cause remains unknown. The Zumwalt is a Zumwalt-class destroyer. Its displacement is 14,564 long tons. Its length is 600 feet, the beam 80.7, the draft 27.6. Propulsion is 2 Rolls-Royce MT-30 gas turbine driving Curtiss-Wright electric generators, and 2 more Rolls-Royce RR4500 turbine generators, as well as 2 propellers driven by electric motors. Her speed is 33.5 knots, or 38.6 miles an hour. Her complement is 142. Armament: 20 Mk-57 VLS modules with 4 vertical launch cells in each module, 80 cells total. Each cell can hold 1 or more missiles, depending on the size of the missiles, including the RIM-66 Standard missiles, the RIM-162 Evolved Sea Sparrow missiles, the BGM-109 Tomahawk, and the RUM-139VL ASROC. She also has 2 155mm advanced gun systems with 920 round magazines, as well as 2 Mark 46 30mm guns. She also carries 2 SH-60 LAMP helicopters, or 1 MH-60R helicopter, and 3 MQ-8 Fire Scout VTUAV. Hey, thank you for watching the history of the USS Zumwalt. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and share your thoughts on this ship or any others you like. We'll see you here next Saturday at 0600. Have a good day.